Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and you know, a lot of events are still going on despite summer winding down. Last weekend we had the golf cart poker run, and this weekend we've got the Bolivar Rig Run.
The Hardheads Bolivar Rig Run.
Rig Run. And this is a yearly event, and we're going to talk a little bit about it, and I've got video we're fixing to show you from last year's event. But Jim, talk about how you started this.
We started 9 years ago. This is our 9th year, and it was just a dream to try to create more sailing and interest in beach catamaran sailing on the Bolivar Peninsula. I had been doing it for many years, and I just found it to be some of the best sailing in Texas.
Yeah, because we've always got wind.
We've always got wind. There's beautiful beach to back your car up to, set up your canopy, you know, have your friends come out and just in wide open spaces. It really doesn't get better than that. And you don't have to drive, you know, everywhere or way out of the way to get here. So.
And you started out with how many boats in the first one?
We started out with 4. It was basically our little neighborhood over there with a few guys. And then we said, well, we could try this. So it probably went 4 to 6 to, and then I think we got a hurricane come through or something. So
yeah, it was canceled one year, I think.
We had to push it. We had to push it off 30 days.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then it just started growing. But what happened along the way is we picked up we got the interest of a couple of strategic sailors in the state of Texas, and so all of a sudden we started getting sailors from other areas outside of the Houston Metroplex. And
in the last year you had a Pinnacle something. Was it last year that you had the special race?
We had the Prindle 50th North American Regatta, and it was the 50th anniversary of the Prindle boat. The Prindle catamaran is probably the second most common beach catamaran out there.
Hobie Cat the first?
Hobie Cat's probably has more boats on the water. Prindle probably has 2. The folks from NACRA have done extremely well, and you know, as far as performance-wise, they're probably some of the more common ones out there.
But this year, I was reading the lineup. How many boats do you have this year so far?
Well, I'll tell you, they keep on signing up. Okay, yesterday we signed up our 49th sailor. About a week or so ago, we attracted the 2021 Hobie 16 North American Championship team.
And he was in Belgium, what, 3 weeks ago?
The little 14-year-old skipper, okay, was in Belgium about
sailing.
2 weeks ago. I called my relatives over there and said, look, you need to go check this young fella out. He was sailing with the daughter of Chris Green, who's also, they're basically Texas sailing royalty, okay? They've competed in that Texas GT 300 for probably 16 years, and John Tomko and Ian, I believe it was Ian. I may be confused with the founder.
Okay.
But at any rate, they competed for 16 years on the Texas coast, going 300 miles from South Padre all the way to Galveston. So
now you're attracting some royalty or some people that race all over.
All over. We've got Scott Tuma, who came onto the scene a few years ago, and he is out sailing probably 5 nights a week in Galveston. Sails out of the yacht club there on a number of different sailboats, and it's with the Texas City Dike Yacht Club, and that's where everybody in the Houston Metroplex goes to sail because of the conditions there. They've got the long dike, the surface protected from the waves, so it's a flat surface, perfect for for Hobie Cat sailing. But you sail in the Bay Area, and they do real well there.
What's weather looking like this weekend? I hadn't looked.
Well, I tell you what, it looks like it's lining up. I think the brutal heat wave is kind of trying to settle down a little bit.
We've got a high pressure on us.
Yeah. But what it's doing is it's keeping the winds appears to be extremely stable. Yes, last night I was out there. We probably had a 15-mile-an-hour wind at about 5:30.
I noticed it picked up.
And maybe one to two. They always pick up later in the afternoon, but like a 1 to 2 foot, seas. Okay, and which is once you get outside the surf, you're fine. So it's very workable. The early forecast for Saturday is like about 11 to 12, which is ideal for what we're doing off the beach.
Yeah, and y'all started out the rig run, which was from the beach to the rig and back. And
Yes.
then, was it last year you came up with, had a second race? You've got one still going to the rig, but you also have one that goes down to the wreck off Retillion Road.
Right. So many of the sailors, comments, following the events, said, well, you could probably attract more if we had more time on the water. So what we did is we put in this wreck course, which will take you out to the rig, over to the wreck, near the jetty and the beach by that wreck, and then go back to the rig and then come back.
So both of them's in it. The wreck,
Right.
you go around
Right.
the rig to the wreck, back to the rig, and then back to the. How long does that typically take, the average?
I think it's possible to do that in a couple hours,
Okay.
and depending on the conditions, I think last year we may have done it in an hour and a half. Last year it was
perfect.
It was extreme. No, it was
Yeah.
extreme sailing. This was on the borderline of sail, don't sail type weather. So we had 40 boats or more compete last year, and we had maybe 20 or so that completed the course. The other 20 ended up washing the shore.
Safety. Y'all take big pride, and safety's the number one thing for y'all.
Right.
What do you do for safety out there as far as people on the water, spotters on the shore, and everything?
So we've contacted the Coast Guard. They're aware of the event. They're aware that we'll have 50 boats out there, so it is an approved Coast Guard event. We have a safety committee, and they have radios with all the sailors. Each sailor is supposed to have a radio on board, or cell phone, and if they run into trouble, we'll have jet skis in the water where they can go over to the boat and provide assistance, whether it's tipping the boat back over or towing it to shore, something like that.
Okay, so that's on the water and off the water,
Right,
and then you
right.
track them.
Right.
So, where are we going to set up this year? Typically, you're a little west of the washout.
Yeah,
About Mr. G.
Yeah, we'll be between Mr. G. It's a nice area of beach. There's not a lot of homes there. Okay, I don't know how this will change in a few years if we get that development going there, but it gives us enough wide space to put in, say, 50 boats in the teams. So
Great. Well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend and you're ready to get out, maybe feel the sand between your toes, bring a pop-up, because it's going to be a hot one this weekend. In fact, I don't see any rain in the forecast for the next 7 days. And come on down Saturday morning, go out and get you a breakfast somewhere, maybe a trip to the big store, and then head down to the beach and set up for the day. Because I tell you what, it's really a sight to see all the colors, especially if you're looking down the beach. And really, anywhere from Monkhouse all the way down through Biscayne, you're going to be able to see the race because of the race course.
Well, people ask me, where's a good place to set up? The boats will leave from the start, and you're just going to see them coming at you when they finally get close, or leaving, for a little
Right.
bit. The farther you are down from the starting point, you'll see the lineup of boats as they're approaching. You really get a better sense the farther away you are, okay? I think one of the best places to watch it, honestly, will be down there by the wreck. The wreck is very close to shore.
Yeah.
And you're going to see those boats come flying around there.
It's probably 600 or 800 yards maybe.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, from the shore. I know.
Right off of Retillion Road.
Yeah, if you go down Retillion Road, because I was there filming the full moon the other night. If you go down Retillion Road, when you hit the beach, just look straight out in front of you, and you can see it right at the water's edge, or water's crest there. And so it's real easy. And then you've got probably 12 miles, 8 miles of beach between, 6 miles of beach between there that you can set up. So we're going to be down there. We'll be shooting some drone footage probably, and we'll have a recap later on this week talking about it a little bit, showing you some footage in one of our shows. So make sure you stick around. If people want to get involved, how can they get involved? Whether they want to donate to the cause, whether they want to maybe register, is there a website or someplace they can go?
We've got the Bolivar Yacht Club Facebook page, okay?
Okay.
And as we've done over the last several years Bolivar Yacht Club is known in the sailing community for having the best hot dogs on the beach, okay? So we grill the hot dogs, you know, for the sailors as they return, but we also have extra hot dogs for the public. Don't charge anything for it, and if they'd like to make a donation, there's a donation jar. So, you know, usually we'll have a little extra that we can, you know, support different things. So we've supported the Keep Bolivar Beautiful program in the past. We've supported the police department, a number of things. This year, we're going to go ahead and the money that we raise, we're going to go ahead and donate it to the Eagles for all their charities.
Okay.
And, you know, they're doing cancer, diabetes, Parkinson's, kidney, spinal, Children's Fund, just a number of charities. So it's a good way to support, you know,
something here on
charities.
Bolivar.
Right, right. So, you know, last year, I can't say this, we've already raised $1,000 for the event, just in donations for that. So it's been very well. But I do have to say that this event is not possible without sponsors.
Right.
And so we're so pleased to have Hardheads back as our headline sponsor. But also returning this year is Wendy Dozier and Remax on the Water. And we'll also have Tracy Ruck, who from
Villas at
Rollover last year.
You're right.
Sold out.
30 days.
I think it was.
Or 90 days,
I think it was all because of the association with the Bolivar Rig Run. And
I was thinking it was because Bolivar Live advertising for them.
Well, they got a new development that they're coming in, calling the Villas at Bolivar. And if you go by there, you'll see
Phase 1 sold out.
Yep.
Phase 2's going quick. They're setting pilings.
There's probably enough. There's already about 7 homes started.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why they won't complete it very fast. You know, they offer a very affordable entry level home. So.
And it's the quality of them. I've done a lot of shows on the 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom. So, well, remember this Saturday, August 12th, Crystal Beach, Texas, about Mr. G Street, which is the old car wash, sort of across from Tiki. You can hit the beach or Caddy Corner, and anywhere from the washout to Rotillion Road, you'll be able to see a great race. We're going to head on out. Jim, thanks for joining us. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.